Hey, friends. Wait for a couple of you to pop on live. We have these chats and, you can't just start right off the bat. Maybe I'll get back to those lives when I just have like a point or two that I always hope to get done in like 3 minutes, and it's normally like 7. Okay, I really should be, doing something else, but just got my nails done. That always makes me like in a super good mood. So I thought, why not? Y'all said you were online. Are you online? Because if you're not online, there's no point to have this chat. Go ahead, say hello. Hello. When you're on, say hello. There's a few. I know it's Saturday, and you see these fake dividers behind me? It's because I had to put them up because, hey, Autumn, because the sun is so bright, but I'm in a different room because I don't have to be back in my little cave. Hey, yes, okay, good. Okay, let's get started. We have a couple of few on. I don't think I'll keep this up because what's the point? All right, hello, yes. Oh my goodness, hello. Give some shout outs here. Got Autumn, and do you say your name Lolu, or am I saying it wrong? Is it Lulu or Lolu? Phoenix, Miss Amber, Kelsey, hello. Okay, I'm gonna dive in because y'all don't have all day, and it's a beautiful day, so I hope you do something incredible, something that makes you happy, something that, just like refocuses you. And even if that means just chilling out, relaxing, all the things, I hope you do that. Okay, I have a couple things I want to touch on. And then if there is something that you would like to talk about, you're free to bring that up. But I've had quite the morning, and actually it hasn't been chaos, which is nice, but I've had a couple key things happen and come up, and I got to get it out. So here I am with you. And I feel like when I'm a hot mess, I'm more sassy. So we'll see. So I learned about this thing this morning, and it is for an exclusive, if I could say that. Hi, Lori. Exclusive group. And I was invited to it. And yet there are rules. Now, the rules are rules that I don't abide by. I refuse to abide by. People ask me why I don't wear a mask, and I say I don't participate in deception. Like you and I are free to have differences of opinions, right? You understand this, right? Why is it that I feel that one side is like, cool, you and I don't see eye to eye. Okay. And the other side is like, you don't see eye to eye with me. Rah! And they get like crazy, all like up in your face and up in your grill. And it's just like, I ain't got no time for that. Like, welcome to America, where literal freedom is the backbone of a nation. A backbone. So mind you, this top thing, only certain people, it's totally exclusive. I was invited. Dare I say, I would want to be there. Hi, is it Ezzy? Hi, Ezzy. I would want to be there. But once they showed me the guidelines, I refused to compromise. So I'm talking with this other gal, and mind you, I love her. She loves me. We're cool. And she goes, yeah, well, they've got to follow the rules. Do you know what immediately went through my head? I want you to ask the Venezuelan people how it benefited them to follow the rules. Friends, I lived in Venezuela. I love Venezuela. Venezuela is as beautiful as it comes. The weather is, dare I say, perfection, because it was like where I lived. It was Merida. 75 degrees by day, rain at night. So you lived in this plush, green, beautiful, mountainous, but tropical area. The people are beautiful. Their hearts are kind. I love Venezuela. But guess what? They had a regime. They had a higher power that told them rule after rule after rule. And guess what? They followed the rules and they didn't push back. You want to know where they are today? They are, they're probably not there. Most of my people aren't even there. But those who are there are stuck, are starving, have no say over their lives. They wait in lines just to hope to get a loaf of bread. And they line up and they stay in the lines all night. So this is my encouragement to you as an individual. We have got to figure out where our backbone is. We have got to recognize that we still, while we have constitutional rights, while we still live in a free society, you have to find your voice and you have to find your backbone. I am not saying you need to be loud and you need to be obnoxious. Oh my goodness, if you know me in real life, I am very approachable. I am very respectful. I will always treat you with kindness, but you better believe I stand my ground and I stand on my convictions because it is important. Unless you stand for something, you will fall for anything. So when somebody looks at me and says, follow the rules, I look at them and I say, who made the rules? Who do the rules benefit? And if I were to ask the Venezuelan country, even just one individual, if they were glad they followed the rules, I guarantee you they would say, I never would consider it now with what I know happened then and how I live in this country now. I'm telling you, don't Venezuela my America. Don't you Venezuela my America. So here's what else happened this morning. I saw this post and it was about, obviously, are you living under a rock? There's tons. Oh, I thought my husband just told me he'd be home in 20 minutes. And I was like, oh, this is trouble. No. So where was I going? Oh, yes. So I saw this post. And unless you're living under a rock, there's significant military action happening. I shouldn't say action. I should say presence. There's military presence. Okay. Washington, D.C., have you seen it lately? It's insane. And by the way, I've got boots on the ground. An actual friend who was in my wedding, actual bridesmaid, I know people, okay, who is in D.C. currently, can give me real-time facts. Y'all better believe I see things and I double, triple check them. Okay? Start asking questions. Start recognizing what the narrative is that's being shoved down your throat and start asking who wants me to buy into this? Who wants me to believe this? What is really happening? What is really going on? Be a crazy person. And I really, truly mean that. Like, make your brain work because the truth will always prevail. So military presence is happening in a lot of places, which, by the way, okay, here's a funny for you. Are you ready? I saw this image. Actually, I think I posted it to my stories. And it said, okay, so Biden doesn't feel safe to be inaugurated in DC with 25,000 military presence, right? 25,000. But Trump, President, I need to start calling him President Trump. I'm way too informal with him. But President Trump walked into North Korea alone. Y'all, like, what is going on, right? Okay. So anyways, I see this post and obviously there's military presence and I think her daughter is a part of the National Guard. And so her daughter is currently defending our Capitol. And I don't put that in quotes to disrespect. I really don't. Hear my heart. If you or somebody you know or love serve in the military, you are stronger than I. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in being married to somebody who is. So please understand me. Like, I have the utmost respect. With that said, and her mom heart is breaking, right? Because again, I'm not strong enough for that. And if my kids choose that, Lord have mercy, it'll be a whole new prayer closet, prayer room, all the things. But it was something to the fact that I never thought that when my daughter signed up, that she would have to defend the country from its own countrymen and the threats coming in. And so I honestly just asked, like, who's making threats? And then I wanted her to know, like, I always pray for servicemen and women, always. I just told you, they are stronger than I, okay? I don't want to be married to that. I don't want to be that. That is a strong person to defend our freedoms and our nation. Please hear my heart. But my point is this: who is making the threats? Who is making the threats? Because it is to my knowledge that a certain narrative is being pushed, that a certain base is making threats. Okay, do you know anybody personally who voted for Trump? Do you? Because if you were to ask them if they support law enforcement, they would give you a resounding yes. They support law and order. They support and back the blue. They pray for military. They recognize the ones who fight for freedom, and they are grateful for that. So who is making the threats, and what threats are being made? Because honestly, I think that a silent majority is done being silent. And what I mean by that is we are not gonna make threats. We love this nation. As much as they want to pit you and I against each other, I will never fall for it. Because if you love this nation and you have a heart beating inside of your chest, we're on the same team. Even if our political ideologies, our policy preferences are different. If you are an American who lives in this nation and you have a heart that beats, I'm on your team. I promise you that. I am on your team. I am done with the narratives going forth that continually divide. Who told you that? Because last time I checked, go back to the very first occurrence of Adam and Eve in the garden, and a certain little someone whispered to Eve. Whispered to Eve. Now, I'm not Eve. I would never claim to be Eve, and I'm never going to claim to you that I would have lived a perfect life, unlike Eve did. But let's go ahead and look at the story and take ourselves and say, Eve, who told you that? Who told you that? Because here we are in the garden of perfectness. And Adam can talk to God in full-on dialogue with him. And Eve can talk to God and full-on have all-out conversations. And Adam and Eve are one and they're unified. And God is with them, walking amongst them. And then a little whisper happens. A little whisper. A deceiver, the great deceiver. Every time you hear something, I want you to ask, who told you that? And only be that brass with yourself, okay? Because again, people are really tender right now. And so I choose to be really tender with them. And I'm saying that sarcastically, but I'm just again, nobody's tender with me and my perspective. Why do I have to be strong all the time? Why do I have to act like I never fall apart? But then the other people with a different opinion, I have to really, really coddle them. I'm kind of over the double standard. If I do not bring value to your life, guess what? Ain't nobody asking you to be here. Just like if your dialogue isn't benefiting my life, I might go ahead and opt out for a moment because I protect what I see. I protect what I think. I protect how I feel. Again, go back to America. We are founded on warriors who fought for freedom so that you could do what you want to do, raise your babies how you want to raise them, live the life that you feel called to, and guess what? I get the same privilege. So I go back to the fact that while they are pitting you and I against each other every day with that narrative crammed down your throat, step back and recognize we are Americans. We continue this division, we will fall flat on our face. But instead, armor up, gain a backbone, recognize that I am free to think differently than you, and I respect your freedoms to think differently than me. But I will not bow to an agenda. I will not cave to rules that I do not agree to. I will not. I will not. And we better start recognizing that there's got to be more than a few of us. And this is not me making a threat. Again, who's making threats? Last time I checked, one side was just demanding that transparency and election integrity be the thing that was proven. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If your candidate truly won by as much as they're claiming, then prove it again and rub it in our face. Because I'm down for it. If it legitimately happened, transparently happened, can be proved over and over again, I'm here for it. I'm here for America. I'm here for election integrity. I'm here for things even that I don't like, but the collective wants, I'm here for it. Now, I might be backed into my prayer closet saying, oh, Lord, I'm gonna need you to just work on our behalf. Which, by the way, let me just say, my prayer has never changed. My prayer is that His will be done. My prayer is that whatever needs to be exposed will be exposed. And that goes for people who I like. If there is darkness, if there is an evil agenda, if there is deception, expose it. I don't care if I like them. I don't care if I'm all about it. Expose it. I am on your side. Now, here's the interesting thing is probably anybody who is disagreeing with me isn't watching, which is really unfortunate because if they would actually have a conversation with me, they would recognize my fire is actually for the freedom and the unity of this nation. My fire is not against them. My fire is not because of anything they've bought into or believed in, but my prayer will forever be the same, that His will be done, that all darkness come to light, and that by God's amazing and incredible grace, because He is good, and I believe it will happen, that America will somehow unite. I honestly don't know how that will happen because it feels more divisive than ever before. But if you know anything about me, I have got massive belief. I have a huge faith in a God that I know can do the impossible. And so while in the natural things seem impossible, mark my words. I live by faith and not by sight. I know the God I serve. I have seen miracles happen in a moment. I have seen Him spared my life in a moment. Don't you dare tell me He can't do something in a moment. But that brings me back to what is the narrative being pushed. I am not going to lie to you. I am nervous about what they are preaching loudly and shoving down your throat because dare I say they are up to something that will make the majority of America look bad to continue the hate and the division. Maybe I will leave this up. I really shouldn't. I don't really want to be kicked off Facebook before necessary. But, oh, and by the way, oh, friends, I don't know if I'm going to say this. It depends if I'm leaving this up or not if I say this. I probably won't leave this up. I'm not going to leave this up. I decided I'm not going to leave this up. Be prepared for a March inauguration. Hear me. I want much to be exposed between now and Wednesday. So much. But if you go back to the fact of a constitutional republic, inaugurations didn't happen in January. They happened March 4th. March 4th. Go ahead. Look at all the previous presidents. By the way, there was only, it's either 17 or 19 that were inaugurated in a constitutional republic. The rest were inaugurated under United States of America Corporation. You have been sold out. Okay, which I've already gone over this. So please know that the narrative that they're pushing does not line up. The headlines and reality do not align. And what I mean by that is because they are demonizing a base who loves law and order, who backs the blue, who prays for the military. Don't buy into anything else. We have to start pushing back on these narratives. And not only that, we have to be the people who we know we are. We are not perfect, but we stand in integrity. We are not this crazy nationalist, but instead we have a moral compass that says, I love the Judeo-Christian values that this nation was founded upon. I'm grateful for them. And while I'm not going to make you become a Christian, I'm going to really shed light on the fact that a mom and a dad in the home with their kids is stability. And you know, and this is no judgment. Y'all, if you know me, there is no judgment up in here. But what happens when you have stable homes and stability within a family? You raise, dare I say, warrior kids. You raise confident children. You raise individuals who say, this is me, this is what I believe in, but I see you. I hear what you're saying to me. And I want you to know, while we might not agree on this particular topic, I want you to feel heard. And friends, the way that they are taking away freedom of speech, that actually is very dangerous. Because if people are not allowed to say what they want to say, and it stuffs and it gets buried, it creates an eruption. An eruption. Our forefathers had such incredible foresight. And if a government is for you, then why do they want to take away the Second Amendment, which can defend you? What do they have? What are they interested in pushing on this population where they need us unarmed? Ask the question. I'm getting fired up. Y'all know I'm getting fired up. We have got to be critical thinkers. We have got to be the one. And here's the thing. I'm guessing the ones watching are the logical people. Okay, yeah, perfect. By the way, where are the celebrities who have no respect for human decency and should be really doing a Biden countdown? They're so jazzed about this presidency coming up, this presidency. Where are they? Where are they? Okay. So anyways, that is what I had today. Yes, I'm spicy. Yes, I'm sassy. Yes, I'm passionate. But my heart is unity. My heart is love. My heart is respect for you and any other heart-beating, air-breathing human being. But I will not participate in deception. And I will push back on a narrative. And I will have as many conversations as people will allow me to have. Because they have separated us, isolated us, broken us down, made us start to think that we're the crazy ones, which, by the way, y'all know I'm happy to cop myself up to crazy, but that is all in fun. My craziness just means that a lot of the things that I'll present to you seem very far out there until you dig. And then you dig, and by all means, you find a pot of crazy. Because they have created such an illusion for you and I. They have created, and dare I say, controlled the narrative. They do it in movies. They do it on TV. They do it in songs. It's everywhere. What? Do you see the fake? I put it up because the sun was hideous behind me, but the cats are, about to push it on me. So that's kind. I don't know where I was, but I am going to, oh, look, somebody wants to come on camera with me. That's fun. Okay, I'm going to browse real fast because if you have a topic, actually, I'm just going to wait and have you put it in the comments right now because if I scroll, it takes way too long. If you have something you want to talk about, put it now because I really should go do something while I'm kid-free. Like, I really, really should because I love being kid-free, which is why, what did I do? I came and chatted with y'all. So if there's anything hot pressing on your mind, you can pop it in the comments. I do not claim to know everything. Please, I hope you have never thought that to be true. I'm always digging. I'm always seeking. I'm always searching. And dare I say, I ask the Lord to put me in check. I ask the Lord to literally connect dots for me or spank me if I need to be spanked. Because I'm not interested in disinformation. I'm not interested in being led down a path that is full of lies. I'm not interested. Ask my man. Ask my man. All the time I'm in my head. I question all the time. And that's why I say he gets some real crazy because he sees the constant dialogue that I am always going for. I just want truth. It goes back, and I'm watching the comments, so if there's something you guys want to talk about, pop it in, because otherwise we'll finish. I just want truth. That's all. All I pray every day is that his good, perfect, and pleasing will be done. That's number 1. 2, that whatever needs to be exposed and come to light will be. Even if there's somebody who I like, idols will fall. Mark my words. When everything comes out, which is coming, idols will fall. You will have people who you thought you really looked up to and admired. They will fall. And listen, again, we're all human. So if I come out to be wrong, then I would humbly hope that you would accept the fact that I had it wrong. Okay? The problem is when we self-righteously stand in this place and then deceive the population on purpose. Nah. No. And then 3rd, so first prayer, his will be done. Not mine, not yours, not the agenda at hand, his will. My God, who is so good and so sovereign. Secondly, exposure. Expose it all. I don't want nothing hidden. We can handle it. We can handle it. Even if it's going to be hard, even if it's going to be rocky, we can handle it. Tell yourself you can handle it. Look at your neighbor, say you can handle it. Believe that you can handle it. 3rd, unity. Because I cannot stand what they have done to this nation. I cannot stand the fact that they have pitted us against each other. I cannot stand that the most compassionate, the most loving, and this is not to say other nations are, I love culture. Before this madness, I traveled so much, y'all wouldn't even know. I love culture. I love people. I love other nations. I just happen to believe that America is the last completely freestanding one, which we aren't even really, but somebody's trying to get us back there. He also has the biggest massive forces against him. Okay? Yes. It's so heartbreaking. Okay. I didn't really see anything that you guys want to talk about, so I think I will leave it to this. I love you all, by the way. You are awesome. I want to read this to you, and I've been putting, you know what's so fun is I got this devotional probably at the end of last year, and it's based off the Passion version. I don't know if you know the Passion, but Miss Tamara, hi Tamara, I see you. And I've been reading it each day, and each day I put it in my stories, and it's almost like spot on each day, which is really weird because it's pre-printed, but isn't that what the Lord does? So we've had topics such as, if you follow my stories, you've probably seen all of them, which, by the way, if you don't know how stories work, you just tap my profile picture and it'll pull it up, and then hold your finger on it if you need to read it, okay? So I get real spicy in my stories just because I'm funny. Okay, I love you because you're my child. I want every part of you to be free. These are the titles I've read so far. See yourself through my eyes. I offer you true vision. I enjoy the kiss of your worship. You are my glorious inheritance. I am enough for you. Hold tight because I'm going to actually read a real one to you. You do hear me. He's talking. Do you know that? He's talking. If you want to hear him, ask him. Walk with me in greater faith. Who wants some faith today? Give me some hearts if you want some faith today. Extra faith. Give me all the faith. Because guess what? It's my faith that pleases him. It's my faith that says, I know you can do anything. That pleases him. That pleases him because guess what? He can do anything. Boom. Find me in today. Are you asking him to show up? Are you expectant that he will? Learn the eternal way because guess what? Like my warrior self is on now, but I get to rest all of eternity. Oh, can I get an amen? Amen. I'm so excited. My grace will surprise you. I will take you deeper. I am preparing you. Trusting me brings clarity. Okay, I want to read this one to you. I am preparing you. I am training and preparing you for the coming days. If you want to receive this, just receive this right now. I want you to receive this right now. I want you to feel fired up for my lives. I want you to feel like you can question things from my lives, but I always want you to leave encouraged. That is my superpower. My superpower is calling things out for exactly what they are so they can come to light, and then building you up with encouragement so that you know you can take it on. That is my superpower. It's my superpower. I am training and preparing you for the coming days. Your calling is unique, and so is the preparation I am leading you through. Nothing can hinder what I am doing in you. You will experience all that I have planned. For the fullness of my power is coming to you. Do you receive that today? I received that today. Yes, I do. Soon, very soon, you will be astounded at the changes I have made in your life. You will move from being in shadows to living in the brilliance of my glory. From confusion to comfort. Why would you doubt? Joseph would never have come to the place of ruling and reigning if he lived in doubt. Are you ready to rule and reign? I'm ready to see Jesus so manifest himself here that we rule and reign with him because we are aligned with who he is, what he's doing, and what he wants to do right here, right now. Joseph would have never come to the place of ruling and reigning if he lived in doubt. Instead, he had faith even in the dark days of his prison. I am preparing you. Do not judge my plans for your life by the momentary mess that's around you or the situation you find yourself in. I trained Moses to be my leader, my champion in the desert. I trained David to be a warrior on the lonely hillside as he sang his psalms of praise to me. When you get off this live, will you go worship? Worship is our weapon. Will you proclaim and will you praise what he is doing and what he will do? Because there is no greater thing than aligning yourself, proclaiming and praising with the one who can move mountains, with the one who can act within a moment. There is nothing greater. I trained David to be a warrior on the lonely hillside as he sang his psalms of praise to me. I trained John the Baptist in the barren wilderness. So continue trusting beyond what you see, and you will find my plans, not mine, he's talking, okay? My plans unfolding before your eyes. Continue trusting beyond what you see, and you will find my plans unfolding before your eyes. Yes. Yes. See? You know what gets me fired up? Him. He gets me fired up. He's the one who's called me by name. He's the one who's loved me in my imperfection. He's the one who speaks to me. He's the one who directs me. He's the one who connects the dots when I say, Lord, I'm lost. I need direction. I need you to bring some clarity. I need you. I need you. I need you. He's the one. Don't be thinking I'm this warrior all up in myself. Are you crazy? I'm as crying in my pillow as the rest of you. I'm as shaky and sad and tired as the rest of you. He is my strength. He is my fortress. And I walk by faith and not by sight. And I will watch his kingdom come and his will be done right here. Right here. Not only nationally, but I am claiming it right now for Washington State. That is right. Mark my words, right here. Your kingdom come, Lord. Your will be done. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. You know what's funny about this year? I prayed. My word was aligned. I just wanted to be aligned with him. I want to be aligned with what he's doing. I want to be aligned with where he's going. Aligned. And in that I said, Lord, give me a new boldness. And again, if you've known me for any length of time, you probably would have thought boldness is not what I need. But that's actually not true. Because I have been so respectful and so much love that I really don't like stepping on toes. But I'm so fed up with the lies and the deception and the constant narrative being shoved down our throats that I will walk in a new boldness, even if it is uncomfortable for me. Even if I would rather lie in my bed and hide under my pillow or sheets because it is easier. But it's not. Because there's a confused world. And if they're looking around at what's going on in our nation, they're probably scared. They're probably frustrated. They probably have no idea what's coming. And I refuse to let a population live in fear. I refuse. I refuse. So today, you're going to get off. You're going to pray. You're going to praise. You're going to blast your favorite song. You're going to dance. You're going to live freely because you are free. And if, when, anytime before tonight, when you plop into bed, I want you to read Psalm 91. And I want you to read it out loud. And I want you to claim it and proclaim it over yourself, over your family, and recognize you are protected. You are safe. And if you do not know him personally, if you do not have an active and intimate relationship with Jesus Christ, please reach out to the friend who you think is a Jesus freak and ask them to know more. Because I want a peace that surpasses all understanding to fall on you like the thickest, warmest, softest blanket you have ever wrapped yourself in. I will leave this up for 3 hours, and then I will take it down. And if I get taken out from Facebook because of this one, so help me God. But at least I went down swinging, right? Yes, because we can handle these days. They're about to get a little more rocky, but I'm telling you, push back on the narrative. Who told you that? Who told you that? Let the dust settle, let the facts come out, and recognize the initial story being shoved down your throat is the one they want. It's not the truth.